Self.
So we begin the 19th session yeah. Of the Wayside Boys campaign. You rejoin the party in the plain on the other side of the Orichalcum Bowl. Having just taken a rest to recollect and prepare themselves to engage with what appears to be the janitor.
Shit.
After encountering an individual in the barracks below that did not want to be disturbed and forcing your way in, he banished or dismissed Flick back to the prime material plane. And according to you guys, that just won't stand.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, this aggression will not stand, man.
And after busting a bunch of doors and random assorted other efforts, you wake to find that all of the doors have been repaired and the door with the ominous fire trap has been reset.
And how did we get through that last time?
It's me, you boy.
Flick and a wish and a prayer.
Yeah. Okay.
That will be the name of Flick's autobiography.
Yes. Well, I guess starting off, Orthog is reading the room and during this downtime has had some clarity of his own mind and has really thought about the situation. And I would like to address the group with my displeasure in the actions we are about to take, because I once walked down this road of destruction and taking whatever I wanted from whoever I wanted, and it led me down a dark path. This person, this being, has not harmed us. We are merely going in to kill it, to take its orichalcum metal, because it didn't want to be disturbed. And I believe that is wrong.
I turned into a Kushi.
What if he's evil? What if he's evil?
That will be a different story, but I will have to get eyes on him to determine that.
He could have killed me.
But he chose not to.
But he chose not to.
Away. Because he asked us not to come in, and we broke into his house, basically, and decided to take something from him, was our intention.
Let's be clear. He didn't choose not to kill Flick. The dice chose to put Flick close enough he could get back. We could be doing a whole different thing if shit had just rolled different.
Green or clear?
I don't believe we know that, though, as characters. And my character knows that he did not send him far away. He just sent him away from what he asked us not to mess with.
Well, I think he's got it coming.
I think we are in here grave robbing, basically, and taking whatever orichalcum metal we can find through any means necessary. And I'm cool with taking the orichalcum. I get it. But I don't think we kill innocent people to do said journey.
I am going to give Orthog an additional action die for taking the high road on this one.
Yeah.
And, role playing the paladin nature after getting swept up last session in the murderous rage. This is some character growth.
Was this some character growth after some text messages between the DM?
No. Actually, when he logged in, first thing he said, hey Dan, so I was thinking about it and blah blah blah. And I said, well, that is great because if you went and murdered the janitor because you wanted to steal a sword, somebody wouldn't have any paladin powers for a while.
So we're not doing it.
Well, it depends on
I
whether or not you guys are gonna see. We really need Battletown in this
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
because he's the devil on the shoulder.
I'm a dog.
Yeah, you are. I can go either way. We can go murder this man for his trinkets, or we can live and let live.
I have no problem. I want to make this clear of going and assessing the threat level. If he is evil, then it's on site. But right now we don't know that, and it feels like we're just trying to basically murder him for his wealth.
So I think if I hear you, but let me throw this out there. I think if we go to assess, we will provoke a response from this individual that will more than likely be taken as hostile. To which we will more than likely respond in kind, and we're going to fight this person. So I think if we go there, we should expect violence. If we just leave it alone and go do something else entirely, obviously no violence, right? Like I guess I'm dealing in uncertainties here, trying to deal in uncertainties, but I feel like if we go down there, Orthog, I need to know if push comes to shove, where do you stand?
I mean, if we go and we try to delegate and come to a reasonable conclusion, I mean, this guy has the keys to the castle. He could be a huge asset to our team if he so chooses to help us, and that's an honest question to ask. But if he turns on us, then I will drop the swift club of Orthog on him. But
I will say this is the only option we have. We can go. We now have the device that allows us to go closer to the castle in the astral sea. So
It probably lets us go closer to the castle. It lets us
this is
go.
not me talking. This is me talking as a player because I am currently a green elvish dog.
Who's a good boy?
It's you. You're a good boy.
Uh,
Yeah, we
quick
could try that.
refresher. Did we check all the rooms downstairs? I think
I think that
once I got whisked away, I don't know what you guys got up to. If there was any more rooms to explore or anything like that.
I think this was the last room.
I think, just hear me out here. We've had a trouble getting indoors and things of that nature, but I don't think we've really just went and knocked on a lot of doors either. So maybe we just go back and knock and go about it as like normal.
I mean, we tried that. He made it pretty clear.
I'm pretty sure Flick was picking his lock to get into his room. I don't think we knocked. I think we just went to the door and started trying to get in to said room.
Well, I did technically do a B&E.
Yeah,
he,
I think that might have perturbed the janitor.
He closed the door, to which we were like, "Oh shit, someone's in there." Knock knock. You're not welcome here. Flick was persistent, as I think everyone demanded of him. I don't think Flick wanted to, and you guys were all like, "Oh, it'd be really cool if you did that." Peer pressure. And then once I did just open the door, that's when magic happened.
Yeah, maybe we go about it with just some general kindness, because I don't think everything's in here is going to try to kill us. I don't think.
So this is all a moot point if I get destroyed by this fire door, because we still have to go through that again.
Yeah.
If we're certain that's the course of action that we're going to take, I can go ahead and start working on this lock.
Go ahead, I'm willing for you to get us through there.
So here's the neat part about that, though. That's me putting my life on the line, and I want to make sure that's where we're going before I get exploded.
I think that is an appropriate. I think just going about it in a normal way, which I've been with you fellas for a while. I think we go about things a little brashly sometimes. I think let's try a different route.
Yeah.
All right, let's try a different route.
I don't think he's going
Dog.
to talk to us. I don't think he's going to be reasonable. I think he's going to say the exact thing that he said last time, which is "Get the fuck out of here, or I'm gonna fuck you all up."
Yeah.
So
Or
that's the
it,
only
He made
encounter we
it
will ever have with this guy. That
he
is the
made
only
it pretty
encounter.
clear. His
Yeah.
stance. I agree, Trevor. He is antagonistic.
Well,
Not
just
have a
to
different
just to
conversation. We will get in a fight with him if we go there.
to give this man some credit, let's put the shoe on the other foot. We are trespassing. We do
No,
not belong here,
we're not trespassing. We have the blessing of the Vault Keeper.
which
but
is
it's
a
not his
being on a
realm.
different plane of existence altogether. And I don't think that this individual recognizes the Vault Keeper as an entity of authority.
Sounds like a him problem.
I think the
I,
vault keeper
I,
would be
I think the
trespassing.
Vault Keeper is the most authoritative person we've encountered in the walled city and is our patron and liege.
I think
And
what we're
I
learning,
agree with this, but I'm not from this plane of existence. He doesn't know who the Vault Keeper is, right?
that's
Like,
what
that sounds
Orthog's
like a
thinking.
him problem.
Orthog is thinking of this as like we are aliens that landed on a planet, and we are just hostile takeover
You guys are
with our.
thinking, yeah, I mean, this is, the rules of medieval armed combat here. Like, you guys are 2025 brained on this. I'm Genghis Khan brained on this. Like, cool, you didn't want us here. Tough titty. The liege lord said, go on and get the treasure. Like, that's how she goes, boys. I to make a case for making a case, I guess.
so given
The
that
doctors,
Battlecon
yeah,
is taking a dump, and
uh-huh.
we probably need him in this conversation. What do we think about putting a pin in it? I don't think the janitor's going anywhere.
Let's go explore the field.
Let's go check out that castle in the meantime. Maybe get Siegfried back home. We could
Use the
check something
gym.
off the list. Also, how many days have we been in here? Is this our third day? Do we need to leave a note for the vault keeper? This is day two.
Yeah.
Did you leave a note when you ran back in? Did you scribble
Well,
something
no, I was
down?
too busy drinking a delicious smoothie. I can't
Oh,
be. I
no,
can't think of everything.
we
Spirulina?
rested twice. This is the end of our second rest. 3 days,
Yeah.
2 nights.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of time. When do we think that? Again,
Well, I
I'm a
mean,
dog.
You guys,
We've
you guys
got time.
spend a lot of time resting because, your adventuring day generally takes like a couple of hours, and then you're like, oh, we don't have any shit left. Now we need to rest. So it's not like you guys are going 16 hours and then having 8 hours of rest. You guys are going like 3 hours and then, calling it a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you're resting most of the day. So it's early in the morning on the third day. You have you have all of your faculties and resources at your disposal. And I mean, yeah, you can just go back to the vault and wait for the vault keeper to open it up, or you can, do your adventuring day
And he
I think-
expects that we're coming back on the afternoon of the third day, let's say.
probably.
Okay.
I think
So
we
we-
go out in that field,
The
see how
afternoon
far.
or the evening. He wouldn't
What's-
expect you to show up first thing in the morning when you said you'd be gone for 3 days.
What's our food sitch? Like, can we hang out a few more days? Should we just go leave a note saying give us 3 more? Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff to do here.
We're
You
well
got
stocked.
3 days of rations from the vault keeper, but also the Gith Yankee camp has enough food for like a couple weeks.
I say we leave a note. Say, well, give us 3 more. There's plenty left to do
Not
here.
opposed to that.
Yeah.
That
Who's got the nicest penmanship?
I don't think you have a pencil big enough for me.
I'm a
Ooh.
doctor, so basically illegible.
Let's get the dog to write it with his mouth. That'll be funny.
He's a good writer.
I kind of figure like Battleton has very clear, you know, meticulous handwriting. But like
Words.
Flick learned calligraphy on a whim at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Generally just does chicken scratch, but can write something really pretty. Um, that's just my guess.
It makes sense. I would
The
say.
the calligraphy needs to mean something, I think, for Flick to really, really put his effort in.
You could really impress the vault keeper. Maybe he'll ask you to do his wedding invitations.
Ooh, maybe he'll give me that box if I write
Why
really
not?
good.
You provide a handwriting sample before you know it. He's getting married. You're doing the envelopes.
Ooh, Dan, can I make a knowledge local to see if he is married, single, wedding coming up?
Sure,
Maybe we
go
can get
for
an
it.
invite. Oh yeah, here we go.
Going steady.
This is what
Getting.
we play for right
It's
here.
complicated.
It is.
I rolled a 2.
Uh,
Total of 9.
is it a knowledge local check
Yeah,
for hot goss?
hot goss.
You are not aware of any attachments that he has romantically.
Hmm.
I tell the group he is in a love triangle.
Just making it up. Just shipping the vault keeper. Huh. Oh, that's how it is. Let's go out on the field. Let's leave him a note and go out on the field.
I agree.
What do we
I'm
want to
with
say?
it.
3 more days?
3 more days. All caps. And I'll make it like you're chanting it, right? Like you're chanting 3 more days. 3 more days.
Day.
3 more days.
I imagine Battleton might suggest that you leave the orichalcum you've acquired
Yeah.
so far, so that like it doesn't get lost, and you
Smart.
know at least are compensated for that amount that you've collected so far.
Put in the vault with the note.
We've also got all that silver stuff too. We could just leave in there. I don't know how the handy haversack works. Like if there's like a capacity limit on that, if we wanted to just
There is a
offload all
capacity
the stuff.
limit, so yeah, you know if you want to dump out anything that's not going to be useful to you,
I think that's the move.
I'm with it.
so you leave a pile of armor, weapons, and you got a couple of orichalcum pieces, right?
Yeah.
And a pile, with a note for the vault keeper, and all right. So with that, what's your plan of what's your next plan of effort?
I think let's go through that long tunnel and end up in the grassy knoll. I actually never mind. I gesture with my snout to Flick, suggesting he hop on.
Mount up.
Yeah, and I think we're ready to go check out these sandworms.
From Saturn? Okay, let's head out towards the door.
Let's
Or
go.
it's the secret passage, right? It's not a
Yeah,
proper
yeah,
door.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, Flick needs to, take some time to unlock a couple of doors on the way, but that is not a massive issue. There is no penalty for failure. And you guys head out into the open space. Is Narjal ready for
No.
this?
You're a dog.
I'll have to be carried or yeah. No,
Neutered.
things are really gonna go poorly for me once I get in there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in no way prepared. Will freak out.
Right. Well, here's I wanna attach at least some minor what do you call it? Mechanic to this. I would, be a will save
Yeah.
to maintain your composure. And to start, it will be relatively high, and that's, I think, we're on the same page with that one.
Yeah.
And the longer you expose yourself to it, the lower the save DC will be. And I feel like starting at 18.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
It was like 20 the first time you went out there, but
I think that's fair.
So or the party exits into the open field, and Flick, you had just recently had to overcome this on your own, being dismissed to the open farmland just outside of Yanjing. So you've kind of been forced to get a handle on this. Give me a will save just to see if you are shaken or if you can maintain your composure completely.
And me as well. 18.
Good Lord. Try that again.
You roll 4.
I got a 15.
Okay, so you're fine.
I got a 17.
17?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, the 18 is like to be functional.
Yeah.
You are non-functioning.
Non-functioning.
So you are you're basically frightened. But I will give you the, instead of the flight, you freeze.
Okay.
So normally frightened, you must flee from the source of your fear. If unable to flee, you may fight. But you're just gonna freeze.
Tail between the legs.
Yes.
Making that puking sound that dogs make. Uh-huh.
Thank
you. Orthog's gonna have
His
to
tail
carry
tucks
you.
between his legs, and then he lays down on the ground and whimpers.
Yeah.
Orthog,
That makes sense.
I bend down and I pick our canine Narjal up, and it'll be okay, buddy.
You give him sweet pets. You whisper sweet nothings.
Yeah. Say, hey, we got you.
Who's a good boy?
So does Flick read the room on this, or is he enjoying double-decker uppies?
100% double-decker uppies.
So I'm being carried and you're still riding me. This is ideal.
I imagine that's fine with me, but I imagine Orthog swatted at Flick to try to get him to move away. But
Flick hisses at you. I was promised uppies.
You are a strange creature. And I continue.
Let's so do we need to set up this gem in a specific way to actually use it, or just its presence allow us to walk out into the field?
Let's see if we get any closer to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't come with any instructions.
Let's just try walking out. Let's walk out into the field.
All right.
Heyo. There he is.
All right. Who wants to catch Battle Time up on the story now that
everyone
he's had his morning coffee?
That he's broke the router.
Orthog had a paladinic crisis of conscience about confronting the janitor.
Right.
And there was no dissenting voice to talk him off his goody two-shoes ledge. So we've decided to head out into the field and see what the fuck is out there because we have the gem. We left a note for the vault keeper, along with the orichalcum that we found and the heavy silver objects from the handy haversack to free up some space. We just walked out into the field. Narjal in dog form just had a dog fit and is now being carried by Orthog. But Flick is, yeah, he's a good boy. But Flick is still sitting on him on top of Orthog. So it's Orthog, Narjal dog, Flick, like a weird snowman of goofballs.
Wow, that's a vivid image. I like it.
Um,
And
I just one just one note, like as you were describing that, and you said, but he's a good boy. I could see your dog behind you,
aw,
like staring at you, like, who are you talking about?
who is it? Who could it be? Who's the good boy? Oh, the sweeties. So we're gonna head out in the field and see if this fucking gemstone works, or if we gotta, reset the router. Heyo!
Sounds good.
Topical. Um, cool. Let's do it. The small rat begins striding out into the field. Who's got the gem? Who's carrying the actual apparatus? The gem and the little thing.
I ate it.
I mean, it's valuable.
Surely
I would
not.
imagine Bottleton is in possession of it.
Okay.
Okay. I have the gemstone for accessing the field.
That we got from the Githyanki.
Got it. Got it.
We're not sure how to use it, so we're just walking towards.
So we're gonna head. We recall which direction did the Githyanki come from when they were approaching when we sort of spied them from afar. I think we should just head in that direction.
They didn't come from the castle. They came from so if we're looking at the castle, I think they came from off like that.
Yeah, they came from like just when you step out of the passage from the secret passage, they came from the right.
Well, let's head over there.
The right or the castle?
The right, because who knows if it gets us to the castle.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. You start moving along a looks like not a built but a somewhat worked stone wall. The passage seems to come out of a rock face that has been chipped and turned into a flat surface. Not perfectly flat, but it's not like a brick built, structure. It is, however, significantly overgrown at this point with vines and small crawling plants of different types. Several of them have, lovely white and pink and purple blossoms, kind of like morning glories. And you follow along this stone wall for a little bit, and then it seems to give way into a slightly more open space, like the wall kind of slopes down to the ground and comes to an end. But at that point, you are reaching the edge of what appears to be a forest. And looking back, you are definitely further away from the passageway than you were the first time you tried walking out into the open field.
This is good news.
Yeah.
Now, does the path continue into the forest?
There is no path.
Oh,
You were
gotcha.
following along a wall.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, you are. So, like for Orthog and Battleton, they are walking through waist-high grass. For the rest of you, you are walking through, eyebrow-high grass. Um, well, maybe Narjal in his dwarven form would be like one head taller.
But I'm riding high.
Yeah.
Your nuzzle buried into a turtle's shoulder.
Yes.
What's riding higher?
You
He's
shake.
perched up top.
Very
It's just
scary.
me. Just me that's got to look out for velociraptors.
Yep.
Clever girl.
Should we head into the forest?
Do you
Yes.
Flick,
Should we
or
walk
the
along
good
the edge
doctor-
of the forest and see if there's a path?
Man, I ain't never even been in a forest. What's up with all these trees?
Very good point. It's a very good point.
I guess I have.
Can we track and try to retrace the steps of the Githyanki?
Sure, with a survival check.
Okay.
Good doctor, would you like to get on
18.
the very top of the show?
I could.
Sorry.
I'm
You wanna
gonna
say-
climb. No, I'm gonna climb up top.
Okay.
But survive.
So with an 18, looking around, you can see it does look like there's some trampled grass. You can kind of make out the path that they took from the forest back to the camp inside the passageway. It's been a couple of days, so it's not a fresh trail, but you see the signs of it. You can follow their path back towards the forest. You want to do that?
I do.
I'm cool with that.
So before we commit,
I was hoping that he was just pensive, but no.
Well,
oh,
wanna
we
do-
lost Aaron again.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose his mind.
So yeah, I'm not opposed to going into the forest, but we are in this plane of existence to find precious metals, refined precious metals. I don't think we're going to find those in the forest.
Well,
That's a good point.
this is a good point.
Well, we're here to have a good fucking time. The
Hey,
dog says, panicked.
if we're going into the forest, I'm down to clown. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, the Githyanki came from somewhere. They could
But
have
it's
precious
supposed to
metals.
Go through the forest.
they
Yeah.
did not have any orichalcum on them, though.
I was gonna say, did they
Yeah.
not?
But we just left all of our orichalcum in a safe place. We're not carrying any on us either.
When you're right, you're right.
So, I mean, they gotta have, they're not just camping full time. They gotta have something we can rob.
Who's their vault keeper, man?
Yeah.
Ooh, we
Let's
found
go.
their vault, raid it. All right, fuck it. Let's do it.
Who keeps the
Forest.
vault keeper?
And they
This
Yeah.
place, these Githyanki.
I guess going in here, like, what is our just intention? Is this just going to, are we still on mission to find Auric Alchem and bring it back? And we're
I think
going
we're
in.
I think we're just on a happy little side quest right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to get a clear vision of what we're doing. So I'm just like, I'm cool, with going and exploring. I just don't want to.
We finally have the gem. It gives us access to travel in the space. We got to go push the boundaries.
I
We
do
gotta
like.
go.
I just don't want to become a group of raiders, basically.
Well, you could proselytize to them. You could try and convert. What is your god? What is your god?
Uh,
Your precious god? You could proselytize. You could try and convert them to your precious god.
He's my poverty god, or she. I don't really know what
Yep.
it is.
I'll bet a bunch of Githyanki raiders just want to give up all their earthly possessions and forsake money and join your little thing that you're doing. Just want to
I do,
walk with
yes.
you to they want to walk with you to Burning Man. Yeah.
I have become a symbol of hope.
I have become your response to that is I have become a symbol of
Only one way to find out.
Flick whispers over Orthog's shoulder to you. Usually, when I'm getting uppies, I try to be a little nicer because he could throw me off. Just so you do it however you want to, though.
I'm all about that realness, Flick.
Well, let us adventure.
Let's go into the forest. Let's go. Any what anything for Mackie? Nothing.
How long am I fucked up for, Dan?
I'll say you get to the forest, and I'll let you make another save. If you like, now there's a canopy above you. It's not just like pure open space. You've got a little bit more of a, it's a little less agoraphobic.
I'm doing this right now.
Sure.
Natural one.
Wow.
Yes, I see that. Was hoping for something better than that.
Mm-hmm.
No battle time.
He's out.
He's a natural one as well.
So you're still quivering in a pile on your
not
shoulder.
even quivering.
You're fight, flight, freeze. You're frozen. You're
I'm
stuck.
frozen. I'm the third F right now.
Yeah. We're gonna carry you into the forest and maybe the canopy, the enclosed space of the canopy, when you try
That's
again.
why I roll. That's why I just rolled.
Oh, didn't work.
No, sir, no.
Well,
We
we'll
got to
try
get you
again.
some
In
like
that
force
castle,
blinders.
boys.
All right. Let's get them. Let's keep walking through the forest. I see a forest.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone can see. Or should
Yeah,
be able to.
you guys start moving into the forest. And I'm trying to find where the fuck is Battletown's character sheet?
But help him.
Tall 10.
An arrow comes and splits Battleton's eyes, and he falls to the ground.
Catching strays, dude. Gotta watch out. Catching stray cats.
Take it with him when he forgot his own, and then he. No, here it is.
Classic.
Forgot his last time, and he had
Yeah.
used my copy. All right. So you head into the forest, Balton leading the way, as he is following the Githyanki tracks to the best of his ability. Once you get out of the tall grass, it gets a little bit harder inside the forest. But he gets a 23 on his survival check. So he manages to find the broken twigs and the displaced leaves on the forest floor to continue following the trail into the woods. After another 30 minutes or so, you come to a spot where you see some things left on the ground. Some strips of cloth, sort of beige tannish color with spots of dark stains on them, and a few small black metal vials laying amongst.
This is just kind of a pile that we come upon.
Not so much a
Haphazard.
pile, just like maybe in an 8 to 10 foot area, you see these strips of cloth and these little metal flasks.
Just to be safe, I stay frozen.
Well, you don't see this. The rest of the party see this.
Just be safe. I'm just remain
You
frozen.
see the crook of Warthog's neck
We see these things.
in the scant moments where you open your
Beady little
cushy
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you kind of cut out for me there. So they're just black orbs or crystal or what were they?
Flasks.
Flasks?
Little vials. I pick up a
Yeah,
vial and make a spellcraft check.
Yeah, I was before we
Okay.
do that, do we notice any markings on them before he hops down and grabs them?
There are some markings, and they seem somewhat similar to some of the runes and markings you saw on the Githyanki armor. But none of you know this language or understand what the markings mean. Give me a spellcraft check. Good Reverend
That's
Doc.
a natural one.
That's a natural one.
That's a natural first roll of the sesh. Natural one.
Would a knowledge religion check do anything?
I can do a spellcraft, good doctor, if you're having trouble deciphering the origins of that vial.
By all means, please.
27.
27?
That's not right. Hang on. I can't do math. 26. Sorry.
Went off.
Well, that's a lot better. Jeez, man.
Well,
I don't know
wrong is
what
wrong.
with the
Okay,
26.
wrong is wrong.
God damn. So with the 26, you notice Flick is, looking at the vial, sniffing it, trying to like maybe see if anything can come out that he can appraise visually. And Flick, you go over and pick up a second vial and take a sniff of it, and then lick the rim. And it's not the same flavor exactly, but you can definitely taste the notes. The sort of sweet and filling flavor of a healing potion. It's made of some different ingredients, perhaps. It's got an unusual, like maybe something close to a licorice or anise taste that's not normal from the healing potions you're familiar with. But you get the just these are healing potions, or they were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some sort of
It's Uzo.
interplanar healing potion. It's spent. There's just a drop or so left, but those Githyanki healed themselves here.
Oh, they're all of them are empty. They're all empty.
There's just the two, the one that you picked up and the one that Flick picked up. And given that information, looking at the strips of cloth, you're assuming that those are, some bandages that were used prior to the administration of the healing potions. So yeah, it looks like.
Well, I'm gonna keep the flasks.
Okay.
Took this. Orthog, do you want to like scent the territory, mark it? Is that something you do when you're outside?
I
That's racist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
It's a racist word.
So
know.
if they were
I
healing here, there should have been a battle nearby, some form of skirmish.
yeah, good call.
Who
Um,
has the best
Do we
survival
look?
check?
That all time.
the dog that's comatose.
Me. But yeah, besides me.
Is there any kind of like perception check we can do to like scan?
I'll let you. You know the situation has now developed further.
Yes, it has. Interesting you should say that. I agree. I'm still shooting for 18,
Well, tell me what you got.
23.
23. Yeah. Well, that's definitely well.
I'm back, baby.
I'm still gonna say you're gonna have the shaking condition.
Which is -2 on pretty much every D20. Right?
Yeah.
I can still likely make a survival that is better than Battle10's. What's Battle10's survival check?
+8.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fuck ton better even with all that. I'll make a survival check to see if I can follow the trails, to see if we can find this site of battle if we want.
Let me give you
Please.
an inspire competence. So add a 3. So you're getting a +1 from your -2.
All right, sweet.
Please.
That is a 23 again.
Okay.
And I can't speak, so I just kind of wander off.
Yeah.
You're sniffing.
I don't think. Do you have does your wild shape grant you scent yet, or is that not until later?
I do not have scent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean that would have just made it better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
23
No,
is still great.
I think that's fucking later. I double check, but I don't want to go rules diving right now, but I don't think I have that.
All right. So you follow from this triage site, and the trail from here is actually a little bit easier to follow because there's drops of blood. There might be some curiosity for Narjal and Victor. The blood has dried black, but I guess you have seen Githyanki blood fresh and up close. It is a very dark maroon. It's not nearly the bright red of most creatures that you have you run into. But you follow the trail further into the woods, and you come to what appears to be the site of the battle. There is more significant displacement of leaves, signs of vigorous movement, leaves kicked up and spaces where, looks like something was hit to the ground, blood was lost, so on and so forth. Amongst the space there, you notice a different set of tracks, cloven hooves.
Oh.
What about a 24, by the way? I'm sorry, I just realized I didn't level up my skills. Damn.
The goat.
The goat Gomez. It's no big deal. He's nice. His name is Francis.
The goat. Okay. Narjal, do you point, set? What sort of dog are you? Are you making us aware of these tracks?
Pawing? Are you peeing?
I paw at the tracks.
Do you keen your paw?
I paw at the tracks and start sniffing them.
You treeing? Good job, boy.
Are you still atop me?
Oh yeah.
Are you still riding me?
As he looks.
Yes.
That's gonna be.
Riding.
Battle Time takes a look at what you're trying to point out, and he arrives at the same conclusion. Um, it looks like whatever harmed the Githyanki were creatures with cloven hooves.
Hmm.
Uh, he looks at
Carla.
he looks at you, Narjal, and he says, uh, "Can you tell if these were bipedal or quadrupeds? Bark once for yes and twice for no."
Can I tell?
With the 23,
24
24 quadrupeds.
quadrupeds. Okay. I bark yes that I can tell.
Okay.
And then I go,
Famous Mr. Ed.
"Bang."
Okay.
It's gonna be a weird campaign.
Yeah.
I'm just the
Four-legged.
bard's mouth. I'm just the bard's mouth. I can cast some spells, but that's all I do.
So we're either dealing with some sort of animal, or do centaurs have cloven hooves?
I
Ooh.
think there are
Roll
horses on there are horses on the bottom, and horses have a full hoof. Maybe
28.
they're
Sorry.
Centaurs do not have cloven
Could just be some kind of aggressive goat, you know?
That's an owl there.
Yeah. They are, they're not as well, honestly. You guys are knowledgeable enough to know what a cloven hoof is, but I don't think any of you have actually seen like
Anything.
any like the best you've seen is like a cow's leg hanging in a butcher's window. Maybe you've seen some goats. These are definitely bigger uh hooves than goats, but
A minotaur.
no frame of reference.
Gotcha. Um, shall we hunt them?
Let's see where it goes. We are
Narjal?
we're adventuring.
Let's continue onward. Oh, I mean, we look around the site. Do we find any dropped weaponry, interesting things that the Githyanki lost in the fracas?
Yeah, I was gonna
Give
say
me
like do we
a perception check.
Perception check.
yeah, let's do a perception.
Okay.
Oh, I did not.
This is a 19 for the Reverend Doctor.
21.
I got a 9.
Um, Searching the area, you don't find, you don't find any like weapons or any anything striking except
Nope.
Narjal. You do manage to find a
Excuse me?
you find a small metal plate, maybe about 3 inches long and a 3/4 of an inch wide, that has some more of the runic markings that you don't recognize or don't understand. You recognize them to be Githyanki, or at least you assume so at this point, but still have no capacity for reading them.
I paw at it.
Battle time. Looks down, picks it up, puts it in his pocket. And Siegfried is there with you. We all forgot about him, I think. But he's just kind of following along.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Siegfried, are you aware of quadrupedal cloven hoofed creatures? native to this area?
Say quadruple.
Uh, yes. Yes, we did encounter some creatures like that on the way to the building where you found me. Um, strange, strange creatures. And he points at Kushi or Narjal
Yep.
and says, similar, but much taller and slighter of frame with, branching spears coming out of its head.
Now think careful here. Would you describe them as animals or monsters?
Um,
It's okay, son. There's no wrong answer.
I I would describe them as perhaps a little bit of both.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
So we're gonna chase after these skinny pig fuckers with spearheads.
Say we follow the trail.
I think we just got to see where it takes us.
Jeepers. Okay. If I die, I'm gonna haunt all your asses. I just want y'all to know that.
You're getting a free ride. It's great. I climb back up on Orthog.
I'll just put you up in a tree flick. Oh wait, you're on. Never mind, you're on Narjal.
Yeah, I got my own ride, boy.
I'm the only one riding Orthog right now.
You're top shelling.
Membership has its privileges. Let's follow the tricks.
Let's walk. Let's walk.
All right.
I guess Narjal's in front.
You're leading the way here.
Yeah. Survival.
Yeah.
$21.
Okay. You managed to pick up where the hoof prints come into the clearing or into the space where the combat ensued, and you find where the exit the area.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, I'm not going to assume. Do you want to follow? Do you want to go where they came from, or do you want to go where they went to?
I think where they came from. But I kind of like mind speak to Siegfried. And I go, there's two ways we could go. We could go where they ran to, and we could go where they ran from.
Siegfried relays in an uncanny impression of Narjal, exactly what Narjal says.
It's probably the same place when you think about it. Let's go where they came from. I like your
The
idea.
two tracks are kind of like, leaving at 90-degree angles, so they're not 180 degrees, but okay. Narjal, you follow where they came from.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Here I go. The rest of them behind me. What is marching order?
I guess it's you
Yeah.
with Flick on your back, and then probably Battleton and Orthog carrying Victor, and Siegfried bringing up the rear, or kind of, indifferent
Victor
walking
T.
alongside.
Laco.
That's me.
So we're continuing on. Jake, you and I are in the front, and we are have gone onward from the battle in the direction they came from, rather than the direction they fled to.
Okay.
Another survival, or just keep on keeping on.
You don't need to do another one. You're following the same set of tracks through the same forest. No circumstances have drastically changed. After about 30 minutes of carefully following this track, I'd like everyone to give me perception checks.
Yes, we will.
17. I'm still shaking.
An 8.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Here we go.
22.
He's up top. He's got my eyes.
I'm head on a swivel
Exactly.
on the turret, the turtle turret.
Yeah, Siegfried got a 34.
Damn,
Job.
Siggy.
Feel the thunder, NPC.
Nat 20 NPC. So you guys are all moving along, and battle time got like 12. And Siegfried, you all hear like you don't hear, but you feel like the sudden sense of anxiety and hesitation. And it's enough, like this intrusive feeling in your head is enough to make you all pause and turn and look towards Siegfried, as you know that anyone is being intrusive in your mind. It's probably him. And you see his scaly little lizard finger pointing, and then almost like a whisper in your minds, he says, "The branched spears." And you follow where he is pointing, and you can see this sort of glinting, glimmering set of antlers. That are attached to a rather impressive stag.
Ooh.
It has almost like a golden, shaggy fur, and bright amber eyes, and that glinting, glimmering in its antlers appear to be veins of orichalcum.
I say to Siegfried real quick, well, we can't assume that just because he didn't like the Githyanki, he won't like us, because we're not exactly treacherous raiders, at least not yet.
Kill it.
He says, "You're a wolf."
Yeah.
A nice one. I'm green.
I say, hold on, gang. I'm gonna try something. And I attempt to cast Charm Animal,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is a bonus spell I get from my deity spell list,
Your patron.
patron spell list. Yeah. I attempt to charm. Is it an animal? Is it a monster?
It is an animal.
Subtle animal.
Animal?
Monster.
Charm animal?
Yes.
Animal.
You see you cast the spell. Actually, what is the range on that?
It
Because right
is
now,
25 feet.
before I look or before you tell me, like it's like 60, 70 feet away.
25 feet plus 5 feet of level.
Okay, so you got 45 feet of range on that. You're gonna have, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to sneak up closer to it.
Oh, I'm gonna sneak.
And be very sneaky.
Absolutely.
Wait, is all right. Let's get the battle mat involved here.
Okay, yeah.
Battlement.
Battle mat.
Battlement.
Battle 10.
Battle time.
Okay, so you guys are over here.
I had a pony.
I had a bicycle once. One time I was riding my bicycle up Market Street in San Francisco on a hill, and there was a man who was walking down the sidewalk. You know, you're going up the hill, so you're going pretty slow. And the man was holding two brown paper bags that were both falling apart, and one brown paper bag was filled with shoes, and the other brown paper bag was filled with National Geographics.
Yes.
And he looked, it was an old man. And you know, you're going slow because you're climbing up the hill. And he turned and he looked at me holding these falling apart paper bags of this refuse. And he said to me, I had a bicycle once.
That's
It was
amazing.
it was a moment in time. It like when I think about the definition of the word sonder, like there's one point of contact. I'll never see this person again. We touched lives, and I continued up the hill, and he continued down the hill. This was 15 years ago. I think about it once a week.
I
I had a bicycle once.
All right. So yes, you spot this stag. You are 70 feet away. You need to be 45 feet away to land your charm spell.
Let's get sneaky.
I'm
That is
getting
approaching.
sneaky. I'm stealthing, and I'm using. No, my boot upgrade does not grant me a. It's me an extra move a day, but that isn't relevant here. I'm just sneaking.
Okay.
So you're hopping down.
So give me a stealth check.
I slither down off the turtle man, and I would say I skulk. As a rat, I skulk. You guys.
Is that a big nat 20?
It's almost. It's a
Ah,
19. It's a
nice.
19. It's a 19, natural 19 on the die. So that's a stealth of 27.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
All right.
You downwind, you're good.
Absolutely. I skulk rattly.
So which is your way of approaching? Because you're pretty sure if you like head straight towards him,
Oh yeah,
you're
Lord
out in the
no.
open. So you gotta kind of
Take cover. Looks like
you
there's
want
more.
you want to go to the left or go to the
I
right?
do want to go to the left. Looks like there's more cover on the left.
So 45. That is. So you manage to sneak over here to the base of this tree. You feel like you are within casting range.
I do.
You cast Charm Animal, and I already rolled the save on this one. He rolled a 2. So
Wow.
that does not save.
You've charmed him.
You cast a spell, you feel it take hold. The stag lifts its head and scans the area until its eyes rest upon you, and it starts moving towards you. Yeah, just a sort of casual stroll. No animosity, uh, sensed in the approach.
I say, well, hey there, big fella. And I hold out my hand for the stag to sniff.
He does come up to you. He sniffs your hand, and then kind of like checks around, like sniffs around your head, around your back, and like near your neck. He's like just trying to get the full experience of you.
Trying to vibe you out.
Trying to vibe me out. Now at this point, Dip, I would like to use my racial trait of wild empathy to make a diplomacy check and improve the attitude of this animal that already likes me.
Okay.
Nice, dude. The witch, dude. The
witch.
DM strategy becomes broken when there's a witch in the group.
The witch. Okay. So
I gotta say, like, all of you are so much better at playing your characters this time around as you were last time around. Like, early on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
mhm. So that's a diplomacy check of 9 to use wild empathy.
Okay. So you don't necessarily ingratiate yourself any further,
Mhm.
but you haven't failed the check by more than 5, so you didn't piss it off,
Great.
but you just like dear, dearie, dearie, dear, 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 and it doesn't really seem to get you anywhere positive or negative. Attack!
Um,
Just kidding.
I pull out some grain from my pocket, which I keep on my person at all times, and I hold it out to the animal and
Dual
say,
pocket grain.
"Hey, bud, follow me, come meet my friends."
This is where it could go south.
Give me an Arcana check.
Knowledge.
We have a wolf
Okay,
with us.
that is a 23. All right.
Okay, you know that the charm effect conveys that benefit to you,
Just to me, yeah. I
just
do
to
know
you.
that.
If this creature would have a unsettling or unhappy reaction to the party, you being its friend is not going to change that. You're friends with it, but that doesn't make it friends with your friends.
As I feed it grain from my hand, I gently stroke the side of its muzzle and coo to it, and I hex the beast with slumber. It's okay, big guy. You're just gonna take a little nap.
It takes a little nap.
Well, fuck
I
yeah. Moving on.
I call I call to the group. Hey, come over. He's asleep. Just don't touch him and he won't wake up. As the
Yeah,
gang
I
I
know.
assume is coming over, I
Yeah,
get in my small doctor's kit and I pull out a small like monocle, like a loop, and I examine the orichalcum horns.
You do like the slumber is not guaranteed to last more than 1 round per level. I mean, if it's tired, it might not, it might just stay asleep because it's tired and it has no reason to wake up. But, you're not guaranteed any longer than that 1 round per level.
Gotcha. Okay, that's not very long.
Do you still want to call the group over, or do you just want to like take the opportunity to examine the antlers?
I want to take the exam. I want to examine the antlers. That is a good point about slumber.
I mean, extremely useful, but not
In combat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So taking a moment to uh examine the antlers. Uh give me a heal check. Sort of a biology.
19 on the heel check.
You are getting the impression that these antlers are about 1/3 orichalcum by weight.
All right.
We're not killing it.
Do they shed their antlers? Or is this an animal that drops antlers seasonally?
Uh,
Who's to say? One could only speculate.
I'm gonna say with a 19 and almost no like firsthand knowledge of you know deer physiology, you don't know.
That's fair.
Like you might be aware that there are deer that share that shed their antlers, but you wouldn't know how to ascertain whether or not this is that type from what you can see right now.
Yeah, I don't think we can kill this thing, you guys. It's a majestic. I'm getting Princess Mononoke vibes off of this description. The forest spirit. Um, can I in this time where I'm examining the sleeping creature and sort of have liberties to get close, can I up my experience of deer physiognomy right now? Can I make a medical
Yeah,
inquiry?
you are by virtue of what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Knowledge stag. Make a knowledge stag check. I'd like to take a bonus on that.
uh, you take the short moment to you know give a very close look over the creature as it it kind of just like gracefully flopped down to the ground in its slumber, and you spend like the first 2 rounds checking out the antlers, and then you just kind of like cursory glance across the rest of the body of the creature. The you know the face, the nostrils, uh, the mouth. Judging by the teeth, it looks herbivorous. The body is not too dissimilar to a horse or a pony that you've seen in the city, but definitely more slender, lither. Um, and I'll say at the tail end, as it comes upon like the fifth turn, and the stag doesn't wake up with a start, but it does seem to be stirring back to wakefulness slowly. You notice that there is also what appears to be some orichalcum in the hooves. Uh, and as you notice that, you learn another, nifty little bit of stag knowledge stag, as you hear an aggressive snort from behind you, and you learn that these creatures travel in herds.
Clever girl. Uh-oh.
That one's a friend too, though, which is super good.
I don't-
That one too.
That one as
Man,
well.
just loading the battlefield up with friends.
Uh, as are we okay? Can I move?
I mean that's your call. You look over your shoulder and you see another antlered stag and then two smaller but similar creatures that you assume are doe. They don't have the horns. They're slightly smaller in stature, and they are following alongside the stag that seems to be somewhat perturbed by your presence. Uh,
Do you have another casting of Charm Animal?
do you have three more castings?
Well, maybe the stag would convince the does that it's all good.
Everyone else give me perception checks.
And do. Been rolling real well. Oh, 17.
Great, 16.
24.
Got a 14 and Siegfried got an 18. What'd you get, Orthog?
17.
17. Jake or Flick?
Flick got a 24.
24. Okay. So Flick, you do see the approaching stag, and the doe trailing behind it, and uh, Siegfried and Orthog also see the stag, but not the doe.
Okay. Could I attempt to fascinate these four creatures with
Are
a?
you within range for that?
I will have to look. But I'm thinking that might be a path of an opportunity here. Ba, ba, ba.
90 feet, seeing here, capable of paying attention. For every 3 levels beyond the first, you can target one additional creature. So you can attempt to fascinate two of the three.
We're level 4, right?
Yep.
Oh, the others are out of range. Is that what you're saying?
No, it says can use your performance to cause one or more creatures to become fascinated. Um, for every 3 levels a bard has attained beyond first, he can target one additional creature. So that's 1 plus 3 is 4. That's your level. So
Well,
that's
no,
2.
I've got 6 effective bard levels from my
Oh, right,
sacrosanct.
right.
So my effective level there is 10. That's how I was getting to 4.
I see. So yeah, that would be one additional. So that would be 3. Each creature within range receive a will save DC 10 plus half the bard's level plus the bard's charisma modifier. So if that's what you want to do, you will need to get your mount to take you to where you can see all three of them.
I think I'm going to dismount for this one.
Yeah. Because you don't look creepy at all.
So they need to make some will saves.
Oh, look at this. Yeah. Not good, boys.
Uh-oh.
So the lowest roll is a 18.
They all succeed.
All right, and with that, uh, they, their attention is all drawn to the strange little shadow puppet man playing the saxophone. And the stag starts scratching its front hoof against the ground as though ready to charge. Roll for initiative.
All right, the one that's our friend is going to speak on our behalf.
Still sleeping.
Kick it.
I don't know. There was this saxophone playing recently.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I fucked up, boys.
All right.
okay.
Anyone above a 15? Do you want to roll for Battleton?
Sure. 6 on the die.
No, so 15. Anyone above a 10?
I got a 12.
Okay. Above a 5.
I got a 10.
7 for the doctor.
No,
For me,
6
I'll be
for
right
the
back
dog.
before we hit a combat.
All right. Uh, battle time is going to cast Shield of Faith and activate his destruction judgment.
Destruction judgment.
Okay.
Well, the fact that there's fucking 4 of them makes me feel a little bit bad about killing the quote spirit of the wood. These might just be deer that live here.
So the stag that is perturbed by Flick charges Flick.
Don't worry, you're going to be fine.
Now that is going to be a 25 to hit.
Just hits. Just barely.
And he gores you with his antlers for 8 points of piercing damage.
They're not
Damn.
friends. They're not friends.
Pierce Brosnan.
At the same time, the stag beside the stag that Victor befriended is aroused and gets to its feet and appears to take a defensive stance between Victor and Flick.
Nice. Oh, Victor, yeah.
Yeah. No, it knows who its friends are.
Yeah.
And that group includes Victor. Victor and the other deer, but not the rest of the party. Flick.
Well,
I will say, for Victor, if your charm animal worked, they're animals. So, like, not spirits of the wood, not magical creatures.
Gotcha. 10 for it. Yeah.
Not something since your charm animal worked,
Yeah. Heard.
are animals. They might be special animals unique to a different environment than you've ever seen, but they're not, you wouldn't peg them.
Yeah, they're not monsters.
There's a mundanity
Hmm.
to animals.
Gotcha.
I think I'm going to try to climb that tree that I am closest to.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
So I'm not really known for this. So this could be bad, but I just want to get to where these things can't gore me. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put an action die on that. Okay, that was a 1. I'm at a 9. I'm gonna burn another action die here. I think I want to get above a 10. Oh, 4, it explodes.
There
Okay.
you go.
We're at a 4.
There
No,
you
sorry,
go.
13. 13. And that's another 1. I'm at a 14 on
Okay.
this check.
So I'm assuming you're taking the disengage action, otherwise you'd take attacks of opportunity.
So here's the dumb piece of this. I think I'm gonna let it attack me, so I still have an action when I get up there.
Okay. Well, I mean, with a 14, you can only climb to about like antler level with the deer. It's not an exceptional climb, and you can only climb 1/4 your movement speed.
Could I just then use my action to continue the climb? And
Right, and that would be disengage is like taking a double action to run away.
Okay, yeah, that works then.
Okay. With that, you get to where you're fairly certain that even standing on its hind legs and doing its best, it's not going to be able to stick you there. Get you. All right, that's it for Flick. The doe come in a little bit more cautiously. And just sort of seem to take backup rolls to the stags. Narjal.
I am going to cast a grasping vine, directing it to grapple this stag.
Okay.
CMB incoming.
You
CMB
prepared any of your fungus samples or
Mhm.
no?
No, I didn't. We're gonna go ahead and put some AD on that.
I'm gonna juice it.
It explodes.
Nice.
Okay. Then I'll put another one on it. It explodes. 24.
24. It succeeds. So the deer is grappled.
And then I will tactically move to this location.
Okay. Dr. Flacco.
So I'm standing behind the stag that is friendly towards me, and it's looking at Flick distractedly. I pull out my net and I throw it over the stag from behind.
You're shaking, you're focused on the fight.
You're going to try to net the one that you've charmed?
Yeah, I'm gonna net him.
All right. Give me a touch attack.
15 to hit.
That will succeed.
All right.
The It is entangled and it is no longer charmed.
Okay. It's the way she goes.
You've taken a. Are you going to stay put or are you going to.
I'm gonna do a little scamper up the tree behind me. The little dead tree there.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
That is a natural one. Not an athlete today.
You attempt to scamper away, and your first grasp of the tree is just a fistful of dead bark that gives away in your paw, and you don't manage to make any headway up the up the trunk. The stag attempts to kick you as you evacuate its threatened space. With the entanglement, that is an 11 to hit. So I think that misses.
That does miss.
Okay. All right, Orthog.
Yeah. So the one's trying to get up the tree and our good friend Flick. The other one's netted kicking at the good Reverend. And then the other two are still a pretty good distance away from me, it seems.
Sorry, what was that?
I guess are they all how far away am I? It's hard to tell.
30 feet.
You're right back.
So I can get to them and I can't do anything, right?
Well, you can charge and attack. When you
Can
charge, you can move up to double your movement speed and attack at the end.
Tell me if this makes it. Can I like charge to intimidate them in like a like an animalistic way to where they're afraid of us?
I will say here's something, and we didn't cover this, but part of your vow of poverty, your weapon is now imbued with the merciful enchantment. If you choose to, you can do non-lethal damage with your weapon
Okay.
and extra D6 points of damage when you attack with it. If
Yeah,
you
all
do
right.
lethal damage, you can't do the extra D6, but when you do non-lethal, you can do an extra D6.
All right. Let me just write that down so I have it. But yeah, all right. I'll go up to do non-lethal damage on I guess whatever one is closest.
Okay.
Plus 1d6.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's roll.
What's on the veggies? It is ritual. I also eat pumpkins.
23 to hit.
23 will definitely hit.
All right. And now we roll the regular and a d6, correct? Or just a d6?
Oh, we're gonna put the potatoes in a pot, cook them a little bit longer than mash them.
Dan, do I roll regular and a d6 or just a d6?
No, you roll a D10 and a D6.
All right, cool. All right, all right. 12 points of damage.
Only 12?
Oh shit! I didn't gotta add plus 13. My bad. This is dice. So 25.
25. 12? Jesus, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
You roll 2 ones?
Even then.
Even then it would be higher. Okay, you come up and you slam that stag hard with your club, and it releases a loud deer shout that you
Yeah.
Battleton is going to follow suit. Charging forward.
Come on, Battleton.
And attacking.
Oh, that's funny. You reversed the minis, as I have done
Oh,
many times
yeah.
in my head.
I have. My bad.
Well, big chunky guy. No.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to be 6, 14, 16. Yeah. So that will hit. And it is 6. 11 points of damage. And the stag goes limp in the grasping vine. The stag in the net attempts to free itself from the net. Let's see.
Needs a DC 20. Full round action.
20 is a DC 20 strength check.
Escape artist check.
Is there a strength check?
And a DC 25 strength check. Also has a
Okay.
full round action.
All right. Well, I guess it will recognize that the net is too sturdy for it to break, so it's going to try to throw the net off.
Is that the escape artist check?
Yeah.
It can't do both. Each one is a full round action.
Right. It has already struggled in the net.
Gotcha.
It realizes that the net is too sturdy for it to, break, so it's going to try to throw the net off. And that's the effort that it makes. And the effort that it makes is insufficient.
Great.
Flick.
Are we trying to kill these things or just render them unconscious?
I think knock them out.
Kill them. Battle taunts.
You know what? I don't care. And then I just start playing my saxophone. Inspire courage to the gang.
Okay.
So y'all got that +2.
You're like hanging on to a branch and one hand in your saxophone.
Oh yeah, it's fucking sexy.
What was the Donkey Kong Country guy? Funky Kong? Who played the saxophone in Donkey Kong Country?
There was a
Oh,
saxophone.
the orangutan.
Yeah, was it
Orangutan?
Lanky? Lanky Kong?
Yeah. I thought Lanky played the saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The two doe come up behind the unconscious deer and lick its haunches.
Aw. Aw.
Healing it for 18 points. Causes it to wake up.
Still grappled.
Narjal.
All right, seeing that some healing was done, I strategically moved to this location. Target that doe, the smaller one, with pox pustules. And it needs to make a save. Bear with me.
Manus fortitude.
Yes. So
Is a 15.
okay, a 15 will not do it. I inflict a painful rash on the target creature. Target creature is sickened and takes a -4 penalty due to dexterity. The target can spend a move action scratching furiously at the rash to remove the sickened condition, but not the dexterity penalty until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
And that's me.
So it can remove the sickened condition until the start of its next turn?
Yes, it can remove the sickened condition one time by spending a full round action. So every time it wants to remove the sickened condition, it must spend a full round action to do so. And the sickened condition restarts on its next round. Okay. Oh, sorry, a move action. My bad. The full round action wouldn't
It's
make a lot
like,
of sense.
yeah, I'd be like, well, then there's
Yep.
no point in it
Yep.
because it just gives up its wrath.
Yeah, a moved action, so it can do one standard. All right, so it is sick. That's me, bro. That's sick. Pox
Okay.
pustules. You love to see it.
All right, Victor.
Hey there. I attempt to. I use a move action to climb into the tree one more time.
Okay. Another athletics check.
Um, 4.
Yeah, you're not climbing this tree.
It's not happening. That's fine. I hex the netted stag with the evil eye, and I
Okay.
target its. So it's trying to make the save that it needs to make. That's an ability check, right?
Right.
So it takes a -2 penalty to ability checks.
There's a save on Evil Eye.
There is.
Okay, it failed.
Great. So it's taken a -2 the next time it tries. It's taking a -2 for 3 rounds plus my intelligence modifier. So for the next 8
8
rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Orthog.
I am, you know what, just going to keep on my journey of bashing these things and go to whichever one's closest to hit.
Yeah, same one as last time.
Perfect. Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
that's
it's like a piñata, dude. It's just
yeah.
hanging from a vine.
No.
Oh, right, because it was in the vine.
Or actually, which one? Which one is the stag? Which one? How far is that away? The leader or like the buck?
Yeah, the buck is the one right in front of you. It's the one you hit last
Oh,
round.
that's what I did hit. Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm going to keep hitting on.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and that will be. All right, that's going to be a lot. 11, 25 points of damage.
25.
It's down again.
Is down again.
Glenn, did you add the +2?
Oh no, 27. Thanks, Jake.
Nice.
Yeah. It once more falls limp in the grasp of the vine.
I have a feeling they're going
Yeah.
to.
Do you want to move it all, or are you good where you're at?
I will move in, like, I guess behind it, or so if something tries to lick it, I want to be in its way.
Right, you can try to get in there with the. Yeah. All right, and Battleton will take a 5-foot step to flank. And actually, that one's unconscious, so it's just gonna go for the pox-pustuled sheep, or not, doe. Okay, and that is going to easily hit for 3, 8, 10 points of damage. And Stag in the net is going to attempt to throw off the net again. Takes a penalty from the eagle eye. Fails miserably.
There it
Flick.
goes.
Is there any way that I could try to grease the doe and the netted stag without messing up our teammates here?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Too many papers.
Right. The stag gets a so the evil eye is just on ability checks.
The evil eye is just an ability check. It is a yeah, I have to pick one. And so for this, it's the ability check and the ability, that I'm targeting
Well,
is
okay.
it's
So
is
I
it escape
think
artist check.
yeah, I think you were going for skill checks if you
Is
were
that
trying to get this
yeah,
case.
that's
Skill
what
check.
I'm
It doesn't affect its dexterity save. So its dexterity save is 17.
Yeah, 15 reflex is the number to beat here.
Actually, entangle -2 attacks, -4 dexterity, so it's still going to be a 15. So it does make the save just barely, but the doe does not. And it goes a tumbling. Okay. The doe that fell down attempts to stand up. That will incur an attack of opportunity from Orthog.
So will. Okay, I don't know if that one's gonna hit. That will be a.
she's prone.
Oh yeah, well that's 16 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Oh, sweet. Smack it again.
Are you adding that D6 non-lethal damage?
Oh yeah.
You got that
20,
plus
20
two.
Yep, 23 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. All right. And they both heal themselves.
Does one take a movement action to scratch vigorously?
No. So they're
Which
sickened.
ones are healing themselves?
Both of them.
Both the does?
Yeah.
The doe needs to make a movement action to scratch vigorously, or else it remains sickened.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And it did?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said it did not.
No, yeah, it's sickened. -2 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, damage rolls, skill
Oh,
checks, and
so
ability
it
checks.
didn't take the movement action.
Okay. And that brings us to, well, actually, since it's got a movement action to spare, it will like
May
start
as well.
gnawing on the pustules and boils that have appeared on its skin. Rather unpleasant.
Yeah.
Narshal. And how long does the pustule last?
That is a good question. I think it's like 1 round per level. Oh, 1 minute per level.
I thought it might be a little longer.
I will
There
pox
you
puff
go.
the other one that is laying down.
Okay. It fails.
We'll strategically move to there. And that one is still grappled, or
I mean, it's unconscious.
it's unconscious. Okay, then I'm gonna transfer the grapple to this one.
Okay. Make a grapple.
20.
It's not.
CMB.
Well, that's your CMB.
CMB, yeah, 12.
That will succeed.
And it's grapple on that one.
Victor.
I hex the netted stag with misfortune.
Yeah.
Misfortune.
Misfortune. I just love this.
Misfortune.
I'm your friend.
It's a hard turn.
You
Hard
know, you
turn.
gotta try, and then if you don't succeed, you gotta do something different.
Turn and burn a friendship.
Okay, natural 20 on the save.
Well,
They had to make a save sooner or later. Oh my God.
absolutely.
They've been failing against everything.
Just
All
had to
right.
be misfortune. As is the way.
Anything else, Victor?
No. Nor.
No further attempts to climb the tree.
I'm going to use a move action, and I'm going to attempt to climb the tree.
Yeah.
God damn it. 11.
11. You managed to get like 3 feet up the tree.
All
Nice.
right.
That's progress.
Hey, every journey has to begin with a step.
Twice
Okay.
my height. Look at that. I'm already twice my height.
Orthog.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep beating these things up.
Pinata. You got a
Yeah.
pinata, dude.
Keep non-lethal damage.
They're easier to hit now in a multitude of different ways.
Oh yeah.
That's a 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah. Not as much for 17 points of damage.
Okay. It falls unconscious. All right. Battleton is going to attack this time using power attack.
Combat.
This time he rolls poorly. But still might do it. That is 11, 12, 13. Grappled condition. That just barely hits thanks to the grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 7, 12, 13, 14, and 17 for the power attack. Okay. The stag is it's going to stop trying to get out of the net. Instead, it is going to, well, first it has to make an acrobatics check, not to fall in the grease. And it is not good enough. So it falls in the grease.
Ari nari.
It was going to try to move away, but since it has fallen down, It's just gonna try to stand up. Does successfully stand up, but this
Oh,
incurs
no.
attack of opportunity from Orthog.
Yes, it does. And we're gonna put it right back down. Oh yeah, that'll do it. 24 point or 24.
24 to hit, that'll hit.
Yeah, and then oh yeah. 21 points of damage.
Okay, and after that attack, it's going to go ahead and attempt to attack Orthog.
Oh,
That's 2 attack rolls.
it's going to take a -4 penalty on those attack rolls
What's that from?
from the net.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm looking at that. Yeah. Is it -4 or -2?
-4 penalty on attack rolls.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it utterly fails on that attack. It'll also try to attack with its hooves. Nope. It's wandering around in the net. Flick.
No.
In the greasy net.
I feel bad for these animals.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I'm just gonna quietly reflect on us murdering nature.
We're not murdering, we're just incapacitating.
Yeah, we're not.
Do you want to hold action, or you just want to keep the initiative rolling and just like not do anything this round?
I'll just keep the initiative rolling. Just keep
Okay.
on trucking.
All right. So the grappled doe is going to attempt to heal itself. So
Lay on
and
hands or something.
yeah, Narjal. They are celestial stags. I am going to approach and You gonna bite it?
yeah, give it some beans here. My claw at it, really.
You don't want to bite the pox pustules.
I'll do both. Yeah, I'm going to bite.
Wait. You moved more than 5 feet.
Oh yeah, so I can just
You can do one attack.
Yeah, that'll be the bite. That'll be a 21 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And that'll be 7 points of damage. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, that more than removes the healing that it just did to itself.
And this will be the last full round of the vine. Beginning of my next turn.
All right, Victor.
Using my accursed hex, I cast the netted stag with misfortune.
Yes.
Hex.
Okay, 18.
That just beats it.
Okay.
Here, it's
Well, that's the second time I've successfully done anything
It's
with
always on a misfortune.
you.
I attempt to climb higher up into the tree
Okay.
with a 17.
Okay. So you get another 10 foot up the tree.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Orthog.
So the stag's down that it didn't get back up.
The stag got back up
Okay.
and you hit it on its way up. The doe in front of you is knocked out.
Okay, I hit the stag.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit. 4. 19 points of damage.
That is plenty to knock it out. only one doe left conscious. You want to move at all?
Yeah, I'll move to the doe that's standing if I can. Just trembling in fear when it sees me walking over.
Oh God. Oh God.
Time crits and chops the other doe's head off.
Photon,
32 points
no.
damage.
It's
Oh,
battle time. They're animals made out of money. They grow money out of their bodies. Do you think he's not going?
I have a sword. It cuts things.
That is fair.
could have hit it with the broadside.
And he says, and this one doesn't have orichalcum horns.
So
Just the hooves. Just taking the feet. I guess we're gonna eat this one.
we're gonna eat this one. Y'all
We
are.
have to eat it. We have to eat it.
So yeah, you've got probably, an hour, maybe two, before the ones that Orthog has knocked unconscious regain a hit point and stir back awake. What are your intentions?
Yeah, what do we do now, guys?
I can't say anything, but if I could, well, actually, I say to Siegfried, I say, I think we should go. Cut our losses and go.
Battleton goes over to one of the stags and grabs a hold of one of the antlers and says, "Does anyone have a saw?"
Oh,
I
Let's
don't
go
have a
back.
saw.
Maybe.
there is no saw.
There's no saw. You're just gonna have to rip and tear. Yeah.
He hacks the antlers off of the stags. Looks at you and says, "Do you want to dress the dead one?"
I nod.
Think you'll need hands to do that.
I
Yeah.
nod again. And turn into a dwarf and just set about my way,
Okay.
carving the dead one into different shanks and cutlets and steaks. And I then make a bucket out of the skull and dip into the brains and start to I'm shucking the hair
I'm
away.
gonna say, since it died with the pox pustules,
Oh yeah.
if you want the pelt to be good, you're going to have to heal it first.
Okay. Yeah. I heal check or
I mean, you're going to have to magically heal it.
I'm not gonna do that. That'll be my last second level slot. So I'm going to discard the skin.
There's everyone in this group can heal.
All right. Well, I mention it. I mention it, but I mean, do we want the hide? We don't necessarily have to have the hide. It would just be respectful to the animal.
So what? You just need
Yeah,
you want me to cure light wounds on it?
Sure.
Heal.
Yeah. I'll dump a first level cure light wounds.
All right. So I create a little tool out of the top of the skull to scrape the hair off. And then once the hair is off, I kind of make a brine with the brains, set about my work. It takes me about 4 hours.
They're going to wake up in about an hour.
Well, that's not my problem.
Can we?
No, I start the process. However far I get.
We can.
I mean, like there was back at the Get Yankee camp, you feel like you could set up a tanning rack or something with the supplies that they have there.
All right, yeah, we can do that. So I take the head, could just cut the head off a drain.
The head has been removed.
Oh yeah.
Battle takes saw to that in the fit of battle.
I do a field dressing.
Okay.
Can we use like a judicious casting of bleed on these like unconscious things to keep them from stabilizing and waking up?
I mean, the thing is,
They're not bleeding.
yeah, they're not bleeding. They've
They're just
been
knocked
bludgeoned
out.
to death
Yeah.
non-lethally.
Yeah.
They've
Okay.
been knocked out like
Gotcha.
a heavyweight boxer by a
Yeah.
turtle with a wooden stick.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Well, I'd say Narjal, get as much as you can, and then let's skedaddle.
Okay,
I
we're not taking
take
the carcass then?
I mean, you guys have the handy haversack, so you can in an hour you could probably get a decent amount of meat. You can get the hide, you can get the hooves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get everything I can that makes sense to get.
It's not the
Not gonna
cleanest
bring
dressing.
skeleton. Yeah.
Do you want to take any of the organs?
No.
I'll take the heart.
Okay, I give Victor the heart. The organs, it's not. We don't have enough time.
The heart is slightly smaller than Victor's head.
Ooh, let me get that liver.
I give the liver to. I set the organs out and say, "Do as you will."
I think it's probably like you just cut the organs, the innards out and pile, and Victor and Flick sort through and get what they want.
I remove the net from the netted stag.
You
And I leave.
probably get Orthog's help for that.
Yeah.
You gotta
It's all
have to
tangled up.
lift the stag off of it in some places
Mhm.
to get
Pop
it
the
back.
antlers out.
And for like the first minute or so, it's extremely slick with grease.
Yeah.
You
Slick guys.
have
Grease
to wait
net.
for the grease to go away before it becomes a little bit more manageable. But yes, you get 70 pounds of celestial doe meat.
Perfect.
2 sets of celestial stag antlers, and 4 celestial doe hooves, as well as a celestial doe heart and liver. And then you head back, or are you going to
Carry
Wild.
out.
venture further into the wood?
Yeah, I think so. I leave a small pile of grain in front of the formerly netted stag, and I pat it on the head, and I say, "Sorry, big guy."
I did this to you. Don't trust everyone.
No hard feelings,
Oh, there's hard feelings.
nerds.
You beheaded and skinned my sister. That's just an animal.
We did.
Animals have
We
a
did.
soul.
They're celestial.
The celestial, man. They come from the left.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm from New Jersey, and deer there are just like really big
Yeah.
rats.
Yeah. that's fair. I've heard similar sentiments.
They're just so stupid. And all they do is break your car. Jump out in the middle of the road, slam into them, and they damage your car. That's all they fucking do.
Yeah.
Good eats though.
All right. So, You know the path back. If you head to the left from this direction, you're going to head sort of towards the castle.
I vote that.
Yeah,
What?
let's head
I
towards the
vote
castle.
that.
Okay.
Castle.
All right, trying to get an idea of the heading of the castle. I make a survival. Try to get us there expeditiously. And it's a 20.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
A dirty 20.
Okay. I was like,
All right. Give me a nature check.
That is a 26.
26. As you continue traveling in this direction, you begin to notice a change in the fauna.
There's a change in the fauna.
I'm sorry, the flora.
There's a change in the flora.
And
uh-huh.
something that catches your eye is in the lee of a stony outcropping, you see a cluster of mushrooms, which of course draws your attention.
Oh, yes. I immediately
with
approach.
reckless aplomb. And upon close inspection, these mushrooms, while new to you, are not brand new because you saw a similar variety in the cave beneath the building.
Do I remember kind of what is my vibe check on it?
They are somewhat unnatural. There seems to be a suffusion of wild energy in them that is not, it's not akin to the natural order of things. Just like that cave seemed to be somewhat more mystical or fantastical space. I mean, even the forest in general has like a somewhat celestial aura to it, which generally just makes everything the best version of itself. You notice these mushrooms, and then looking around the immediate area, you see you think that this is another space where maybe a different plane has bled into this one. That you might be on a coterminous border of the Feywild.
Do these mushrooms appear edible?
Medicinal, but poisonous if you eat them raw.
I take half of them.
And not like deadly poisonous, but like this'll, fuck you up something.
Yeah.
You think, it might just give you, horrendous diarrhea, but it might also do something else given the strange energies present.
What is the weight of half of them?
Give me the Sayer's check.
Ooh. Ooh, 25.
Pound and a half.
Pound and a half.
Naruto, you got some food there? You want me to try one of those?
Nope.
Well, I want to try one anyway.
And for fun, Can you describe the mushrooms?
Yeah, totally. So they're upturned. So the frills are highly visible.
Mm-hmm.
Like a trumpet mushroom
Mhm.
would be. And they're kind of growing out of this outcropping. They're white, ghostly white, and growing out of this outcropping kind of at 90 degrees. So they
Mhm.
curve up.
Okay. What do you want to call them?
Mepetus, Mepetus parsnicatus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write down that you have 1.5 pounds of Mepetus parsnicatus mushrooms.
Good. Those are going to come in handy. I can feel it.
I did say they had a medicinal, perhaps alchemical value to them. So
We're
he
gonna
will
give
need
the
to know that he has 1.5 pounds, depending on what he wants to do with them.
we're gonna give
Really?
the big bad of
And
the
then to
campaign the
wet
shits.
they'll reduce. I'll have like a 1/4 pound of dried mushrooms.
Oh. Well, I mean, you never know. The alchemical value might be better if they are wet as opposed to dry. So
Totally. I'll have to squeeze some in my eyes when we're at camp.
that sounds like a fantastic idea.
What could possibly go wrong?
That's how I
Okay.
test them.
All right. So, you continue on your merry way. And everyone give me perception checks.
Good with those.
24.
Damn.
8.
The dirtiest of 20s.
8 as well.
All right. Who got the 20?
I got 24.
Flick out a dirty 20.
Okay. So Flick, Battleton, and Narjal. Uh, Flick, you get like hair on the back of your neck, uh, sensation that you are being followed. Battleton kind of sidles along next to Narjal and says, I think we're being tracked as well. And you fairly certain that something is stalking you.
I mind talk to Siegfried. So do you get the sensation that we're being followed?
So you are a dwarf at this point.
I am a dwarf.
Yeah. So, but you're talking.
Yeah.
No?
Well, we are.
And you're still mind talking only to Siegfried, not to us.
Yeah. Just checking in. We got No, I'm just checking in without trying to speak aloud, you know. I say to Battle them, Siegfried doesn't think so. Or doesn't notice.
Thank you. That is useful information.
Absolutely. Be on your merry way, greedy man.
Yeah. So Battle Time, also says to the rest of the group, I think we're being followed by something.
I ask Orthog if I can climb back up on his shell.
Yeah, go right up. See, scan the
I
air.
I scamper. Um, More for protection. I had maybe the lowest perception check, so
I had the same as you.
well, we'll put them together next time, pal.
Right.
I
Uh,
shrug apologetically at Flick.
Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm in deep thought here. I'm thinking.
while he's doing that, Dan, with the knowledge soldier, I don't know. I don't know if this even makes sense, but if he says we're being followed, would I have an idea of how to? Would I come up with a plan to draw this person out?
That's what I'm working on. I'm wondering if I can't like ventriloquism or ghost sound something behind us, but I can only go like 35 feet back with it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, so Orthog, you do have like, a sense of like being able to set up an ambush, going around a blind corner, making an effort to, to prepare an attack for someone who is tracking behind you. Um, like you have conceptual knowledge of that.
Okay. I would. I mean, get shit. I guess I don't know. If do I need to roll to see how how good of a plan I can come up with?
Um,
I mean, I guess like what I'm saying is like I can hide behind a tree. I'm like, or someone can hide and wait. But I guess I don't know how good of a plan I could come up with.
well, I'll say that like as you guys are walking and perhaps floating some suggestions about what to do, Narjal, you feel it is perhaps you feel that your party is under the impression that it might be uh someone stalking you as opposed to something.
Okay.
Uh, you're fairly certain it is more on the realm of something, and that is not on the ground, but it is in the trees.
Okay.
You are getting more of a big cat vibe.
I will share that information with the team. I think we're being stalked as in like hunted. I think it's an animal, and I think it's in the trees. I don't know about an ambush. I think it's watching us with every step we make.
Is it a puma?
Could be a puma.
My uncle had a run-in with a puma.
I I get with my
Did
knowledge, it's
he have a bicycle once?
What's a bicycle?
Now I just have this track.
At least once a week, you guys.
be.
Rent free in my head.
I guess it's orthog. Well, everyone be on your guard for an attack. Be ready.
Not sure there's any of this one unless we can spot the beast. I'm making.
I say we keep
perception check
heading.
at the trees. Okay.
So we just keep heading towards the castle.
30.
30. Okay. 30. Okay. Scanning the trees, for a moment, you see the gloss of two yellow eyes, slitted pupils, staring back at you from the dark. And then as your eyes meet, you see a mass move on this thick upper branch, uh, dark, blurry, and purple.
Uh-oh.
And though you can't make out any details because it seems like the cat itself seems to be out of focus, unlike its surroundings, but you're fairly certain it has two sets of front paws.
Oh no.
Do you tell us this?
Make a knowledge nature check.
Okay.
Throw some meat at it.
That would be a 15.
15. You don't know what kind of creature that could be.
I point at it and I go, it's right there.
We have 70 pounds of deer meat.
But it's in a non-dimensional space. It can't be smelled.
Here, kitty, kitty, you want some liver?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a liver and I have a heart. Those are not in the handy haversack. They're just on my person. The two little guys. Shit.
He said
Fuck.
he says
The
that
creature is roughly the size of Percy.
Yeah.
Yeah. As though she were a mini on the map.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's a maxi. That ain't no mini. That's a maxi.
That's bigger than Tiamat.
oh,
About the
God.
same size.
Yeah.
Not nearly the same wingspan.
He
So we're
says
being
that. I just feel like it's about to attack us, and I'd rather be us on guard than off guard. So
Don't worry, guys. I got this. I am going to start towards this tree with the liver. I got this. I'm going to give this cat this liver, and then we're going to go on our merry way.
you are a fool. I
Well,
don't.
you're a big fucking turtle, and
Well,
I just
Then go on and do what you want.
and I'm gonna offer this creature this liver.
I want you all to watch this lesson unfold.
I cower, holding onto Orthog's shell, cowering behind his shell, and watch Flick approach this tree.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. Don't do this.
And as I get close enough, I would like to attempt to fascinate it with a song.
Okay. So
Get a character sheet ready.
Flick, you go over and approach the tree with a liver. And looking up into the tree, attempt to spot the creature and direct your fascination song at it. Is that your intent here?
That's the plan. What could go wrong?
Give me a perception check.
Da, da, da.
2.
Okay. That is a 21.
Percy is going to take over the DMing for this. Okay. Searching the tree, you see no sign of a big cat.
Sneaky.
And that is probably because Narjal, you notice the creature coming around this stump.
I point at it.
Roll
and
for
I say,
initiative.
roll initiative.
All right, I got a 10.
Brutal.
Oh, I maxed out, baby.
Must be nice. Must be.
Okay. Anyone above a 15?
16 for Flickety.
16 for Flick. Okay.
Battletown got 4 on the die.
Oh, I rolled for Battle. You got a 5 on the die, which is a 14. Because his initiative is redonkulous. Above a 10.
I got a 10.
Okay. Above a 5.
7.
Victor.
6.
And Siegfried rolled a natural 1.
Well, at least there's that.
So, I'm going to say that there's going to be a surprise round here that Narjal and the cat get to act on. And the cat is going to go before Narjal, and it will pounce on you.
There I am.
Uh, and you see a hazy, six-legged purple cat. And to your utter dismay, 2 barbed tentacles rise up from his shoulders. Forward.
Squid cat.
So
Oh,
first,
shit.
what are these fucking called? Dyslexia.
Squid.
Yeah.
Squid cat.
Wow.
It's going to attack you with its tentacles first. Oh, natural 18, natural 19.
Oh,
I got a 17 AC.
Okay. Both of those just barely hit you.
Yeah.
And that is going to be uh 9 points of damage for the first one, and 6 points of damage for the second one.
Not great.
And it is going to attempt to grapple you. Those tentacles. That is going to be a 20.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I say, fuck.
So you are grappled when it attempts to bite you. And that is going to be 15 to hit.
Will not.
You are grappled.
Oh, yeah. -2. So
Minus
17.
4 to
Oh,
dex.
yeah. So, yes, it hits.
Okay.
We got the exact number.
And that is going to be 9 more points of damage.
ooh.
Damn.
All right. I am covered in blood.
All right, Narjal.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity if I cast a spell.
I mean, you would need to concentrate and exceed.
Yeah.
For grapple.
Wish it got a high grapple. said 22?
10 plus the grappler's combat maneuver bonus plus your spell level.
Yeah, not good. I yell help.
Ow.
Can you only wild shape once per day?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, battle time.
That's a bummer. All right, then we are back to Flick.
Do I need to make a perception check to witness this? I feel like the yellow
I
felt
think Marshall's screams were pretty.
pretty clear. Yeah. How far away am I?
45 feet.
Okay. I think my move is 20, so I'll go ahead and take my move towards the action. Yep, speed of 20. So I'll take a move action. And okay, I've got two things on my mind. I can chuck a liver at it, or I can grease it.
Maybe chuck a liver.
I mean, at this point, you think you might want to grease Nargel.
That's a fair point. That would help him get out of that. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm gonna grease Narjal.
Okay.
The slippery dwarf. The slippery dwarf is a shot that they serve at Houndsons.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. On the display service gets to go next, and it is going to constrict with its tentacle.
Eyeball's going down.
5 points of damage.
No.
And it is going to bite.
No.
That's gotta roll for that. Oh, natural 2. So your slippery struggling
Yes.
manages to make the bite fail to land. Yes. Oh, actually take back the 5 hit
Okay.
points because it lost its grip on you now that you are greased.
Yes. Yes. I'm
Oh,
fine now.
shit.
I still think I should have threw that liver at it.
Just a little bloody. It's still good. It's still good.
Battleton is going to.
Oh, yeah. Is that a
Okay.
baby? Is that a baby one?
It's a little cutesy thing. See, we can tame this with the power of liver.
Meow, 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 meow.
He's gonna go up and attack it.
Sure.
And that is going to be a 17 to hit. But it has displacement active, and he does manage the 50% chance to hit it. So he successfully lands the blow for 9 points of damage.
Nice. Come on, Baltan.
Orthog.
I will go and attack it. Oh, can I get to it? Can I charge?
Yeah. Victor, do you want to ride into battle
I do.
here? Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. Strap up.
Gangster.
All right,
It's
here we
t-shirt
go.
time.
Okay, not bad, but I don't 22. And that's the 22.
22 will hit. Roll. You got to roll anything high or low. There's a 50% chance you're going to miss
Oh shit.
because it's blurry.
I'm doing a D6.
Okay.
And that's a 6.
Okay, so you land your hit.
All right. And now this time we're taking away this is lethal.
Okay.
What's your reasoning?
Tried to kill his wolf.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this thing seems a lot more aggressive. Sorry, that's 20 points of damage.
Okay. All right, Narjal.
All right, here we go. Full withdrawal, baby.
Here we go.
Get me the fuck out of there.
I'm outie.
Yeah, I am not doing hot.
Okay. So did you, just full withdrawal?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Victor.
I hex the beast with slumber.
Okay.
Misfortune.
Use action die. Probably gonna use two.
Oh, you little
I have to
action
go down
dyer.
there. That's 4. $16.
Nope.
Okay. It falls asleep.
Oh,
What's up?
As a move action, I climb down off of Narjal's back. I stand next to the slumbering beast and I say, will someone please do the honors? And I do sort of like a showman-y hand jive coup de grace looking thing.
Okay. Siegfried is gonna back off a little bit. You see the crystal on his head start to glow, but he is holding the attack until someone, melee focused, drops the hammer. Flick.
So you guys want me to give it this liver or not?
No
It's
liver.
gonna be taking a very long
I
nap.
think it already got some.
Very long nap.
I will put my liver away, and
He keeps
So,
pulling his liver out.
I want to inspire courage, but I'm scared I'm going to wake this creature up by doing so.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Okay, then yeah, I'll start a bardic performance to give somebody some juice here to hit this thing.
Battleton happily strides forward,
Proudly. Bravely.
raising his
Bravely even.
raising his falchion over his head, eyeing the neck of the beast, which is difficult because it is still blurry. And he attempts a coup de grace. He lands the hit.
All right.
So that is max damage, which is 3, 6, 16, 10 plus 8 is 10 plus 24 points of damage.
Inspire courage.
28 points of damage.
Here we go.
Nice and significant.
Unfortunately, does wake the creature up. It has a
Oh, no.
nasty gash across its neck, but it was not sufficient to kill it. Orthog.
we go in to finish the job.
I think you're flanking.
He can 5-foot step into a flank.
Nice.
All right, it's going to be a. All right, not bad. 12, 20 to hit.
20 will hit, but roll the high-low for displacement.
4. It was a 6. D6.
Okay, so that hits.
Sweet. And that will be 13, 14, 17 points of damage.
17. Okay.
Judge +2.
Nope. Sorry. God damn. Sorry. 19.
19. Okay. All right. It is struggling, but it is still alive. Narjal.
Do it, Narjal. Put it down.
I will nauseating dart this thing. Well, it needs to. Let me see if I hit on this fucking. Okay, 18 on the fucking die. Look at this.
Okay.
21 touch
That will
attack.
beat the armor class. Roll the displacement.
Oh yeah.
High low.
Yeah. Roll D12. I miss.
Armor. Okay, Victor. Strategically move to there. Real
Right.
quick. Siegfried was holding his side blast, so he is going to attempt that
Sigh,
real quick.
sigh, dude. Gangnam style.
Oh, he beats
Do
the
it.
DC. He gets the what you call it? He beats the displacement. That is 12 points of damage.
Is Siggy gonna step up to the plate here?
Siggy drops the displacer beast.
Oh yeah, now
Siggy,
we're talking.
my dude.
Absolutely. Siggy now headcanon for me is wearing a suit and has like a little high and tight haircut, like the Gangnam Style guy, wearing like a little.
Okay.
It's a dapper little gentleman. Wow. I thought I was gonna have to take a full withdrawal action because I'm standing right by that guy's head. Oh boy, howdy.
Yeah. There's probably a very innate rat impulse when beside a big cat.
I chew its eyes out.
Well, okay. But yeah, the displacer beast slumps to the ground. Its eyes, ears, and nose bleeding from the sudden psychic blast to its brain, and you finally can see the creature clearly. Its thick purple fur, 6 powerful legs, 2 barbed tentacles coming out of its back. Otherwise, looking like a massive panther.
Wow. Najal,
Yeah.
do you need some healing, pal?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Give me a second. Take some time to cure myself. I'm taking time, right, to make sure that I do it slowly. And I regain most of what I need to regain. But yeah, I'll take
Doing a
some.
second level heal,
Yeah.
so that's 20 points of healing.
Mhm.
I mean,
Or no, it's 20. It's just 20.
That's why I
Yeah,
said
20.
20.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm doing pretty good.
yeah, Orthog's a walking bag of hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's a paladin that has channel positive energy.
Oh yeah. Well,
he's got lots of lay on hands, and
Yeah.
I used it already. I kind of shake it off and go, everything's in order over here.
Najal,
we could talk, y'all.
will
Yeah.
you take the time and skin this noble beast?
I will.
That fine pelt will surely draw a fine price at the local market.
I set to it.
I'll take that liver.
I take my time this time.
Adding livers to my collection.
Okay.
Perfect.
2 hours.
All right. So you carefully skin and dress the displacer beast. Give me a nature check, and Victor, give me a heal check.
This is a recommendation against eating the meat. Because I would recommend against eating the fucking meat. The nature is 15.
The heal is 15.
Hey, look at us.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, Narjal dressing the creature between the color and odor of the meat, you think at best it's going to taste awful.
Yeah.
At worst, it might be somewhat poisonous. Victor, you are absolutely certain that all of these organs are poisonous. That they will cause
Read this.
severe damage and possibly magical damage if you try to eat them.
Well, I'll take those fine organs and render them into something when we get back to the ranch, boys.
I do want to be clear here.
Go on.
They are poisonous, not venomous.
Yeah.
So they would be bad for you to eat. You don't think you could render this into some sort of toxin that you could apply to a weapon.
Well,
Like,
Let,
this is
let's
more of a like, don't ingest this as opposed to, don't get stung or cut by this.
If we need to kill a king.
Barry.
I mean, if you want to use it to make
No.
a poison that someone has to drink to, be poisoned, then sure.
No, not worth it. Very carefully, I assume it has two big sharp cat teeth.
Oh yeah.
Very carefully, I remove two big sharp cat teeth. One for me.
It actually has two sets of upper canines and one set of lower canines.
All right. Does anyone else want one? I need two, one for me and one for my uncle. He was bit by a lynx.
Yeah, I'll take one.
I'm good on. But once we realize the thing about the meat, I kind of shortened my time down to an hour to just carefully skim it.
I say we burn the carcass. Burn it.
Yeah. Battleton probably wants to take a claw or two as a trophy.
Fair point.
They have a nice sort of obsidian color to them. So you finish skinning, and while this hide, the fur is very coarse. It's not shiny. It's like as far as like aesthetically,
Yeah.
this is an awful pelt. The hide, though, seems to be exceptional as far as like leather goes.
Nice.
Like you would be able to craft a pretty decent set of armor. Well, not you, but someone would be able to craft a pretty decent set of armor from this. And probably if done right by someone with the right skills, could possibly create something that has some sort of bonus to stealth or something like that.
Nice. Add it to inventory.
I'm envisioning a cape that's got like the big puffy like purple fur up here to come around like Flick's head. I think that would be pretty pimp.
That
A
would be
leather cape.
And you'd only need like 1/5 of the hide to do it for.
Yeah, for Flick, like nothing. And most
baller.
of our party wouldn't need much of the hide. It's a pretty big beast too.
We could all wear capes. Cape boys.
It could be the wayside boy,
The Cape Side boys?
uniform.
Yeah. Get a
Gotta make
cape.
sure Lo Yang gets one.
He's Lil.
We gotta check in with him.
We really don't.
We
We
got to
don't
give him
have
a
to do
cape.
that.
He's always wanted a cape.
We do.
He has always wanted a cake.
He's always wanted. He's
He's
always
been
talking
talking about
about
it for years.
it. Yeah,
Honestly,
he
these
has
would make awful capes because the leather is extremely thick and stiff.
armor.
Gothic cape.
He's
Or
always
just
wanted
a shell.
greaves, a handsome set of greaves.
A very
He's
nice
keeps
shell
talking
cover
about it.
for Orthog, although
Oh,
he's not
yeah.
allowed to own it.
Let's just loan it to him.
It'll belong to Lo Yang.
Just like throw it on him while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
So this
all
meat
right,
is poisonous, but what about our friend in the poop hole? Could he eat it? Maybe. Or poop hole friend. I forgot his
We're
name.
not gonna haul poison meat back for a poop monster.
He's my friend.
I draw the line. You can
Oh.
feed it a piece of the celestial dough.
Okay.
Your share.
We're not bringing back poisonous meat for the poop monster.
Carve it on my fucking tombstone.
everything was going so well until we fed it some displacer beast meat, and they are really angry.
Freaked out.
Everyone.
Started trashing the place.
Okay, so you successfully skin the displacer beast and manage to cram the hide into the handy haversack. But now, pretty much with that and the dough hide, you've got a pretty packed main compartment in the haversack.
The way she goes.
I think the main compartment can hold 80 pounds.
Oh, we've got a fuck ton of that deer meat. That good deer meat.
Not
We left it
poison.
on.
Absolutely.
Glenn, when are you gonna get a camera? I miss you.
I know. This thing
Yeah.
sucks. I gotta get a new one.
I think I have older, just like USB webcam. I could send it to you.
I'm on my iPad.
There's
Yeah.
not a USB.
My computer took a shit. Now
No.
I have my iPad, so I just gotta get a new
No.
one.
Yeah.
My wife just bought a really nice Lenovo for like $480.
Oh, really?
It was like 70% off
Nice. That was good shit.
on Amazon.
That's pretty good.
Amazon, Bezos man, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry?
She's an astronaut now.
She's an astronaut.
Astronaut.
I forgot. It's so forgettable.
Yeah.
I've already forgot.
There's a
It's like
great
a left-
video that says when your coworker unmutes in the Zoom meeting to say absolutely nothing at all, and it's her talking at the press conference about what it was like to be in space.
Jesus.
And then there's another one of her like staring at the camera in the Blue Origin with a daisy.
Mhm.
And it says, let's look at Katy Perry spending the entire time in space just staring at the camera.
They were in space for they were like past the coupon limit for like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and she spent the entire time staring into the camera, dancing with the daisy. We don't have to talk about it. It's not worth talking about, but I thought that meme was pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
Just for your knowledge, Glenn.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty solid.
68% off.
Damn,
Look at
dude.
that.
20
Yeah.
terabyte SSD. Will you send that to me in my phone?
Wow.
I'm looking for just like a do
I
everything.
mean, yeah, this is a really good deal.
Yeah,
Seriously consider it.
yeah. If you send that to my
Oh, yeah.
because I was looking at Lenovo's for
Yeah, Lenovo's are great.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys? Are you done? Are you heading back? Or are you gonna, risk Narjal's life a little further?
We're gonna risk Narjal's life But I
Yeah,
think we should wait for Aaron.
yeah, I like the idea of camping in this dangerous forest. I don't want to head back,
Yeah.
and we'll just lose our progress.
Yeah, I mean it's 20 after 10, so I feel like, we just finished the combat.
Yeah,
You guys got your loot from it. This is kind of a good place to stop.
I'm turning into a pumpkin.
So,
Yeah.
everyone's
Let's
cool.
camp in the haunted forest.
Let's camp in this haunted forest.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's camp in this haunted forest.
Hey, gang. There might be a groovy ghost.
Ooh, I've got it.
Ooh.
Where do we go in this haunted forest?
I'm gonna set up camp in the carcass of the displacer beast.
It's
We're
poison.
gonna burn it, dude. You're gonna hurt yourself if you try